Ladies and gentlemen, today's episode is about this dish right here, this beautiful cinnamon roll. I want to show you how to make cinnamon rolls that are absolutely stellar. Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Texas Cooking Today. Thank you for coming. This is our season 4 and we've got wonderful recipes waiting for you. Ladies and gentlemen, this is one of our recipe version videos. If you get to the end of this and you don't get enough information from this video, the next one is an actual full-on tutorial. So I'd like to say thank you very much and enjoy the show. Today, I'm making cinnamon rolls. Now I wanted to make a special cinnamon roll recipe for everybody. So this is a freshly developed recipe. I sat down last night, worked it all out, and got all the parameters just right so that these would have the right texture and the right flavor and the right effect. These are going to be some of the most delicious cinnamon rolls that you've ever tasted. When you try them, I'm pretty sure you're going to be hooked. Now guys, let's take a look at the recipe, the ingredients that I have back here, and get busy making this magnificent tasting dish. Everybody should have homemade cinnamon rolls. For this recipe, there are a lot of ingredients here, and butter is used twice, and it's used in 2 different ways in this recipe, and it brings out such a rich and full flavor. So yes, you will need that extra butter. Now our ingredients are as follows. For the bread itself, we have flour, milk, eggs, yeast, salt, sugar, and butter. Very rich dough that this produces. For our filling over here, we have some sugar, brown sugar, pecans, cinnamon, and butter. So that'll make a wonderful filling. And to top all of this off with, we have 3 simple ingredients. I have back here some confectioner sugar, that's the powdered stuff. We have some milk and just a little bit of bourbon. We're going to use this as an extract flavoring. So we get a wonderful flavor from all of these fantastic ingredients. Guys, let's get busy making that dough, because until it rises up, we can't have cinnamon rolls. When I prepare to make my dough, the first thing I do is take all of my dry ingredients, put them in the flour, use a whisk to stir all that in so all of the ingredients that are dry are mixed together in one bowl. Easier to work with later on when I go to mixing that dough together. Also, over here I have my wet ingredients, and that's my milk, my eggs, and my butter. The butter is ready to be cut and just thrown in there a pat at a time as the dough is mixing. And I do that in the early stages. That way the butter gets mixed into the dough evenly. It's a wonderful effect, a wonderful flavor. It's very rich. So these are the little tips that'll make cooking this faster. You don't have to use a mixer, but it is sure helpful, guys. So if you have one, break out the dough hook and get ready to use it. Now that we have everything ready, I'm going to start with my liquid ingredients, the milk and eggs. In this, I'll start working in the flour and butter together after that. Once you have completed making your dough, go ahead and put it in an oiled or greased bowl, and then put that in a warm location. I've placed mine over a standing pilot. It's not quite that necessary to get it that warm, but that is one good way. And then cover the top. I'm going to use an inverted bowl. When that rises up enough to fill the majority of that lower bowl, well, then it's pretty much ready for the next step. We've given the dough plenty of time, a couple of hours in fact. Now that it has risen up, I'm going to take this and I'm going to roll it out, and we're going to fix it up with our filling. So just get that done next. Before applying the filling, go ahead and mix together all of the dry ingredients for that filling. The butter, we'll be spreading it separate, but this stuff can be mixed together beforehand, and it allows you to spread it a little more evenly. After that dough rose up, we rolled it out, put that butter and the filling on there, and then got all of it cut up and put into different dishes to be cooked up in different ways. So we have a couple of different presentations here. The rolls have risen up beautifully. They're pressed up against each other and filling that pan absolutely wonderful. Over here I have these I'm about to uncover, and they have filled their little cups quite well. Not completely on some of them, but still they have puffed up wonderful, and it looks like we're about ready to cook. When it's time, go ahead and get them in the oven and get them all cooked up. You're going to be cooking those at 350 degrees for about 25 to 35 minutes, just depending on what it takes to get them golden brown, okay? So go at it. Okay, we need to make a glaze to put over this, and that's a matter of milk, our whiskey that we've had sitting out for hours now, so it's had a chance to really lose a lot of its alcohol, and this right here, which is our powdered sugar, and that was 2 cups of that. Now all we need to do is just get this down in here. Started mixing that together, and don't worry, this will actually dissolve down. We'll go ahead and get this in here. Yes. See there? Quite amazing, isn't it? I want to give that sugar just a moment to finish kind of getting soft, and after it gets good and soft and I work it again with my whisk, then I'm going to have it ready to go on top of those beautiful cinnamon rolls. Oh yeah. Look how that's holding on to my whisk. Isn't that beautiful? What a fantastic quality sauce. Yes, that's going to be perfect for the top of that. What a glaze to have. And the flavor, that's the way it should taste, to go with something as wonderful as those beautiful cinnamon rolls we're making. I have mixed my powdered sugar, milk, and that bourbon together, and it gave me just a slight amount over 3/4 of a cup. Beautiful glaze that I have here that I will drizzle down over all of these. Now this has come out beautifully. These have cooked up just the right way. They're brown, kind of crispy on the edges, just absolutely perfect, and the smell in here is unbelievable. So while these are still hot, I'm going to put this over it. And something that needs to be mentioned, if you want a special occasion color for your glaze, go ahead and just mix in a little bit of whatever color food coloring you want that glaze to be. It's as simple as that. Our quantities for all of our ingredients are as follows. So if you're making a recipe, get ready to write. It starts with 4 cups of high gluten flour. That's a bread flour. Gives you that right elasticity. 3/4 of a cup of milk, 2 eggs, 2 packages or 4½ teaspoons of yeast, 1 tablespoon of salt, and 1/4 of a cup sugar. Also, you're going to need 1 stick of butter, and that needs to be at room temperature. That's 1/4 pound of butter, by the way. For our topping that we put on that, and that's those ingredients right there, our topping was 2 cups of that confectioner sugar, 2 tablespoons of milk, 2 tablespoons of bourbon. That makes that beautiful icing that you saw us drizzle over the top. It's actually just a sugar glaze. Now right there, those beautiful pecans, cinnamon, butter, brown sugar, and sugar. Now what we used there was 1 cup on these nuts, 3/4 of a cup on brown sugar, 3/4 of a cup on the sugar, 2 teaspoons of cinnamon, and 1 stick of butter, once again softened to room temperature. That is your full recipe. Thank you very much. Now that made a gorgeous looking cinnamon roll, didn't it? basically 15 different ingredients there, if you count that butter twice, and it makes a stellar recipe. Well, there it is, folks. Beautiful, beautiful cinnamon rolls. Now look at these. Look at that. That is what we call perfection on a plate. Absolute genuine goodness. It's still rather warm, but not too hot to touch. So it's all just at the right stage right now. The glaze is kind of set and some of it's flowed down inside of it. The whole thing is just decadent and beautiful. There we go. Come on now. Now he's kind of stretchy. He doesn't want to give up. Oh yeah. Guys, you know, like I said, taking cinnamon rolls to another level. It's just so good. What a wonderful recipe. And this is one you really need to try. It's going to be great for parties. It's going to be great for holidays. Great recipe right here. Something you need to enjoy. Folks, thank you very much for watching this show, for watching Texas Cooking Today. If you would, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell. That way I can tell you when the new ones are posted, or I can just tip you off now. Hey, it's every Thursday, all right? I post on Thursdays, usually around 7 a.m. or thereabout. I do my best on that one. So if you would, look for me then and there. I have hundreds of wonderful recipes on my channel, so please take a look at that. And folks, if you would, please enjoy those cinnamon rolls. They are really good ones. Thank you very much. Bye-bye. Yeah, let's go. Wasn't that a tasty looking dish? Folks, thank you very much for watching Texas Cooking Today. If you would, please check out my channel. If you would, please share this video. And also, please subscribe. I do appreciate that. Guys, thank you very much. If you didn't get enough information here, the next episode, that's actually a full-on tutorial about this same exact recipe. All the information you could ever imagine getting. So guys, thank you for watching, and if you would, please just have a good day. Bye-bye.